And we are weather alert, John. It is raining throughout parts of central Iowa today, but it is expected to get a lot worse.
It is, yeah. These storms are going to intensify as we go through the rest of this afternoon. That is for certain as we go deeper into today, because right now we're not really seeing any severe thunderstorms or anything like that. So we had some of that actually pop up in eastern Nebraska, but right now I want to focus on where the heaviest rain is. Not going to be, again, any large hail, strong winds. Could be a little gusty in these, but also that heavy rain headed towards Jewell, Story City, exiting Boone. So yeah, it has been some pretty heavy rain there just in the past 15 minutes, but it is going to become more moderate than light. We have another cluster of showers and isolated storms over Newton and Baxter, Grinnell area, and even off to the west of the metro. We are going to be dealing with a little bit more of these isolated thunderstorms. Again, still not going to be looking at any type of severe weather near Stewart, now east of Anita, and also over Atlantic right now. Here in the metro, you're not really going to see too much of that heavier rain. Now it's just mainly light stuff, if anything, currently, but that's going to change. We're going to see waves of these showers and storms, and this line that's been kind of forming over us, it is only going to intensify as we go deeper into the afternoon. This is 2 p.m. You're noticing it's mainly west of I-35, west of the metro, starting to see more of these clusters starting to form, but by 4 o'clock they start to organize a little bit more. So 3 and 4 o'clock, that's whenever these stronger storms are going to be over Des Moines and making their way just east of I-35 into the northeast, and we'll still look at these clusters starting to intensify even more so and elongating that line further to the southwest. So then it does start to form over Lamoni, further south of the metro, south of Des Moines, as we dig deeper into the evening hours. This is 6 o'clock and then even going to 8 o'clock. Still a lot of the activity, but now this is mainly locked away to the southeastern quadrant of the state. Not quite out of our area completely, but we're not going to be expecting this over central Iowa and northern and further west of I-35. You're not going to be looking at any type of the severe thunderstorms at this time. Again, that's going to be to the southeast. But by 10 o'clock, it does exit the state and we are going to be calming down. One thing that has changed since this morning is this enhanced risk, that level 3 risk has enlarged, and it has become more so into central Iowa, and actually just within the past half hour or so, Des Moines is now officially part of this enhanced risk. So we are looking at a good chance for these severe thunderstorms to form and pass over later this afternoon and even going into the evening time frame. The further north you go, like in Ames and even going towards Fort Dodge, you start to see a little bit less of that severe risk because it's just not going to be the atmospheric conditions that can support these stronger storms. We're looking at damaging winds, large hail, tornado risk, and also the heavy rain that goes along with these storms. So that also brings us to another thing we're keeping an eye on, the flood watch that is going into effect this afternoon, and we're going to be looking at some pretty impressive totals still, mainly along and east of I-35, still looking at a good chance of areas of 1 to 2 inches, in some spots looking at 2 to additional 4 inches, again, for central and southern Iowa, mainly east of I-35. Here's your 8-day forecast. After today, we calm things down. Thursday, we're going to have more rain chances, but this weekend looking better, especially come Saturday.